The Punic Wars, a clash of titans. The Punic Wars were a series of three epic conflicts fought between the rising power of Rome and the established maritime empire of Carthage. Spanning over a century from 264 BCE to 146 BCE, these wars determined the fate of the Western Mediterranean and set the stage for Rome's eventual dominance of the ancient world. The struggle between these two great civilizations was marked by fierce battles, brilliant military strategies, and profound consequences that would shape history for centuries to come. The First Punic War, 264 to 241 BCE. A struggle for Sicily. The First Punic War erupted over control of Sicily, a strategically vital island rich in resources and positioned at the crossroads of Mediterranean trade. Carthage, a powerful Phoenician-founded city-state in North Africa, held dominance over much of the Western Mediterranean with a formidable navy. Rome, a growing republic with ambitions beyond the Italian peninsula, sought to challenge Carthaginian supremacy and expand its influence. Initially, Rome's inexperience in naval warfare put them at a disadvantage. However, they quickly adapted by developing a fleet modeled after captured Carthaginian ships and introducing the innovative corvus, a boarding device that allowed their disciplined legions to engage in hand-to-hand combat at sea. The war saw intense battles both on land and at sea, including the decisive Roman victory at the Battle of Mylae in 260 BCE and the costly engagement at the Battle of Egnomus in 256 BCE, one of the largest naval battles in history. After more than 2 decades of fighting, Rome emerged victorious, forcing Carthage to cede Sicily and pay a hefty indemnity. This marked Rome's first major expansion beyond Italy and laid the groundwork for future conflicts. The loss of Sicily dealt a severe blow to Carthage's economy, forcing them to focus on expanding their influence in Spain, setting the stage for further tensions. Rome's victory in the First Punic War not only secured its presence in Sicily, but also exposed weaknesses in Carthage's reliance on mercenaries and naval superiority. The war also demonstrated the resilience and adaptability of the Roman military, which would continue to evolve in the conflicts to come. The Second Punic War, 218 to 201 BCE. Hannibal's revenge. The Second Punic War, the most famous and dramatic of the three, was fueled by Carthaginian resentment over Rome's growing influence and harsh terms imposed after the First War. At the heart of this conflict was Hannibal Barca, a brilliant Carthaginian general whose audacious strategies nearly brought Rome to its knees. Hannibal famously crossed the Alps in 218 BCE with a diverse army, including war elephants, to strike at the heart of the Roman Republic. His victories at the battles of Trebia, Lake Trasimene, and Cannae demonstrated his tactical genius, using superior maneuvering and encirclement tactics to annihilate Roman legions. Cannae, in particular, was a catastrophic defeat for Rome, with tens of thousands of Roman soldiers killed in a single day. Despite these setbacks, Rome refused to surrender. Under the leadership of Fabius Maximus, known as the Delayer, Rome adopted a strategy of attrition, avoiding direct confrontations with Hannibal and instead cutting off his supply lines. Eventually, the tide turned when the Roman general Scipio Africanus took the war to Carthage itself. In 202 BCE, Scipio's decisive victory at the Battle of Zama forced Carthage into submission, leading to a crippling peace treaty that stripped Carthage of its overseas territories, imposed a large indemnity, and forbade Carthage from waging war without Rome's permission. The Second Punic War showcased the endurance of the Roman Republic and its ability to recover from devastating losses. Hannibal's innovative tactics would later be studied by military strategists for generations, but his failure to secure reinforcements and Rome's tenacity ultimately sealed Carthage's fate. The Third Punic War, 149 to 146 BCE. The final destruction. Though weakened, Carthage managed to recover economically, prompting fears in Rome of a resurgence. The Roman senator Cato the Elder famously ended his speeches with the phrase, "Carthago delenda est." Carthage must be destroyed, reflecting growing Roman hostility and paranoia. In 149 BCE, Rome launched a final war against Carthage, demanding their complete surrender. When Carthage resisted, Rome laid siege to the city for 3 years. The final assault in 146 BCE was brutal, with Roman forces systematically destroying the city, slaughtering or enslaving its inhabitants, and reportedly sowing salt into the soil to prevent future habitation, though this latter detail may be more legend than fact. The destruction of Carthage marked the end of an era and cemented Rome's dominance over the Mediterranean. With its greatest rival eliminated, Rome expanded its influence unchecked, ushering in a new age of imperial expansion that would lead to further conquests in Africa, Greece, and beyond. The fall of Carthage also demonstrated Rome's ruthlessness in dealing with perceived threats and served as a warning to other potential challengers. The city, once a thriving hub of trade and culture, was reduced to ruins, its population either dead or enslaved. The legacy of the Punic Wars. The Punic Wars had a profound and lasting impact on the ancient world. Rome's victory transformed it from a regional power into a Mediterranean superpower, shaping the course of Western civilization for centuries to come. The wars also demonstrated the power of military innovation, strategic resilience, and the relentless ambition of the Roman Republic. Despite Carthage's annihilation, its legacy lived on through its contributions to commerce, naval technology, and cultural exchanges across the Mediterranean. The city's Phoenician heritage influenced Roman architecture, trade practices, and even aspects of their language. The Punic Wars also paved the way for the eventual transition of Rome from a republic to an empire. With Carthage out of the picture, Rome turned its attention to new conquests, leading to increased wealth, internal strife, and the eventual rise of leaders such as Julius Caesar. Today, the Punic Wars serve as a testament to the enduring struggle for dominance and the high cost of empire building in the ancient world. They provide valuable lessons on resilience, diplomacy, and the consequences of unchecked expansionism, offering insights into the dynamics of power that remain relevant even in modern times.